Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, the channel where I try and showcase the fun that can be had in the world of variant Sudoku. And I'm really trying some new stuff at the moment. Today I'm trying a puzzle called YYSL Quads, which I believe is yin-yang sight lines quads. And this is by Blobz, who's done an entire set of these yin-yang sight lines puzzles, but this one was recommended to me by Blobz as one that I should try, because I was actually chatting saying that I did a yin-yang puzzle recently. I did it a few days ago on the channel and I really enjoyed it, and I need to get more yin-yang practice in. And Blobz turned around and said, "Ooh, you'd love this one because quadruples is your thing." So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this one a try. Now there's a whole bunch of puzzles in this series. I'll put a link below to this puzzles page on Logic Masters Germany, as well as to where you can try this puzzle for yourself. But if you go to this puzzles page on Logic Masters Germany, there will be all of the other puzzles in the yin-yang sight lines set that you can access as well. So if you like this one, you will be able to find a whole bunch of others. Apparently this isn't the easiest one, which is a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but I'm looking forward to giving it a try. Nothing else really to call out on the channel. There's a few things going on in the background, but I don't want to say too much about them because this being me, they'll probably get delayed by as much as 7 months. So who knows? Let's have a look at the rules of YYSL yin-yang sightlines quads by Blobz. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Shade some cells so that all shaded cells are orthogonally connected and all unshaded cells are orthogonally connected, and no 2x2 area is fully shaded or unshaded. Let's steal a pattern from a different channel and shade all of these cells one color and all of these cells a different color. So if we look at this pattern in the grid, we can see that what does it mean by all shaded cells? So if we say blue is shaded and yellow is unshaded, I don't know if it matters yet, but then we can make a connected line from any one of these blue cells to any other blue cell without leaving blue cells. So we can basically continue to draw. Now there's no diagonal connection, so we don't have to go like this between them. So we're not, if this wasn't blue, if this was yellow, then this wouldn't be orthogonally connected because we can't draw a continued run without it. So what we need to be able to do is start in one cell and continue drawing all the way to any other blue cell. But we also need to be able to do that in yellow. And we can do that with this pattern. Whichever 2 yellow cells we pick, it doesn't matter which ones we pick, we can draw a connection between them without leaving yellow. But the other rule we have to worry about is no 2x2 pattern anywhere in this grid contains all of one color. So these contain 3 blue and these contain 3 yellow, and this contains 2 of each and 2 of each, but none of them contain all one color. And that's the other important thing. So that's the yin-yang rules. Digits in shaded cells, digits in caged cells, so that's these ones, indicate how many cells of the same color, shaded or unshaded, are seen orthogonally from that position, including itself. The other color blocks vision. So let's use this one. Let's say this was a 3. Actually, let's say this is a 5 because I can see it can't be. If this is a 5, and this was yellow, this would have to see 5 yellow cells. Now it might see those. And if it saw those 5 yellow cells, these would all have to be blue because it's already seeing all 5 of its yellow cells. And this would be a valid way of filling this clue because this is seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow cells, and that would work. If this was also yellow, that wouldn't work, and this was blue because this is now seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 yellow cells. And this being a 5 means that this cage is broken. So that's how the cages work. Okay. And digits in circles must appear within the surrounding 2x2 area. So within this 2x2, there are 2 5s, an 8 and a 9. Up here, there's a 4, a 5, a 6 and an 8. Up here, there's a 2, a 3, a 5 and a 9. So that's how all of those work. So these are the quadruples clues. That's all of the rules of the puzzle. Now, I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Now, there are a few things I need to go into about yin-yang, and I don't understand yin-yang very well at all. So many of you are going to understand all of these and are probably going to skip the next few minutes. But let's talk about this pattern of yin-yang. Can this pattern exist in a yin-yang puzzle? And the answer is no, it can't, because the two blue cells, as well as the two yellow, I can do this logic on either of them, you have to be able to connect them up, drawing a path. And it doesn't matter how I do that. Let's say that is my blue path. How can I now connect this yellow to this yellow, drawing a path? Without crossing blue, because you're not allowed to cross blue. No cell can be two colors, and there's no way of doing it. This yellow is boxed in by blue, and it doesn't matter how I try and draw the blue path. If I try and go this way and try and connect it up, then this blue is now isolated. If I was to go around, it doesn't matter how you do it, you're always going to isolate. You're basically building a wall that is separating these. So this checkerboard pattern cannot exist in the grid anywhere. So that's an important rule. But that can be extended to the border of the puzzle as well. Because you can't go out from the border, you can only go in. The question then becomes, what happens if I was to do multiple color changes around the grid like this? Well, in order for yellow to be connected up, I need to draw a path between the yellows. And now these two blues are isolated because I can't go outside the yellow to connect it up. Now, if it's happening inside the grid, it's fine because I've got the border, but on the border, I must pass into the grid to connect up things up, and I can't pass through the yellow. So these have been separated. And again, now forget the 2x2 that I created there by mistake. I could have done that. But again, this doesn't work. And it doesn't matter how you try and do it. Once you have a color change on a border, and then you change back to the first color, you can never color change back. So again, the same would happen if I tried to put a blue cell here, just one blue cell to connect this blue up to the other blue. However I do the path, I'm isolating in this yellow and separating it from this yellow, which you can't do. So you can only ever change from shaded to unshaded and then back once on the border. Now, it may be done 0 times. It might be perfectly legal to do that. That might be perfectly legal, but you cannot add more than one color shift to the border without breaking the puzzle by connecting those up, isolating the other color. So they're the other things to worry about. Now, there's other concerns that may come up, but they're the two things you need to know going in. Now, let's look at what that means. So can I start up here? Because these are 2, 3, 5, and 9. Actually, I think I need to start here because 4, 5, 6, and 8. So if this was all one color, that would need to be a 9. So if this was all one color, so let's say this was all blue, this would need to be a 9, and it can't be. So I know whatever color this is over here. So whichever color this is a different color. So there is a color change along the top. But the same is happening down here. This can't all be one color, because if this was all one color, this would need to be a 9, and it can't be. So whichever color this is the opposite color, and that means all of these are the same color because I can only have one color change. But this now sees all, oh no, that's not, oh, but this now sees all of those. Yeah. This sees all of those. So this must be the 9, and there's no 9 in here, because it sees all of those as the same color. This is the same. This must be a 9 because it sees all of those. But that means both of these are the different color. Those are both blue. Because this can't see any more digits than that, and this can't see any more digits than that. Now, this is 4, 6, or 8. I think there's more I can do on the border. I can't put a 1 in either. You can never put a 1 in a cage. If I made this a 1, then it'd have to be blue, because if it was yellow, it would automatically sync up. But that would mean all of those are yellow, and I've isolated that cage. And that would mean everything else in the grid would have to be yellow, and I would definitely have 2x2s at that point. So you can never put 1 in a cage at all. A 1 here would mean this would be one color, and all of the ones around it would be a different color, and you've isolated it. That never works. So you can never put 1 in a cage at all, which means 1 is down here. And these are 4, 5, and 8. But there's got to be more I can do with this. Like, I get the feeling that's an 8, but I need to prove it. Well, hang on. Can that be blue? If this is blue, all of those are blue. No, if this is blue, if this was blue, then all of these would be blue, and this would see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it can't see that many. It can see a maximum of 5. So this is yellow. And this can see a maximum of 5 cells, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these have to all be blue, because if this was yellow, all of those would be yellow, and this would see at least 6 cells. So all of these are blue. Could this be hang on, if this is a 4, what would... This has to go down. Because if this was yellow, those... Oh, no, this could see more. This could be blue, and then this could be a higher number. That's not true. Okay, let's think about that some more. So if this was yellow, this could be blue, and then this could be a higher number than that, and that could be yellow. I think that might be possible. Actually, that is not possible. If this was yellow, all of these would be yellow. This would see 8, and this would be a 4, 5, seeing more than 4. So this would be, if these were all yellow, then this would be blue, because this would see 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this would be the 8. This would mean this isn't an 8. This would be a 4 or 5, but it already sees more than 4 and 5. So that doesn't work. So this is blue. So this digit now sees more than that, because this digit can't be a 4 because it already sees 5. If this is yellow, this is a 5. And if... can this be a 2? These would all be blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If this is a 2, all of those are blue. This is already an 8. These would have to be yellow. Yeah, this can't be a 2. If this is a 2, all of these become blue. Sorry, all of these become blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of these become yellow. This is the 8, and this sees more than 4 or 5. So this isn't a 2. This is a 3 or a 5, but it only sees 2 so far. I can't go down, so I have to continue further. Can that be blue? Well, hang on a minute. This column keeps breaking. Oh, these can't all be blue. If these are all blue, then this is 8. No, this would have to be higher than 8, because it sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This would have to be an 11. So, oh, sorry, this is yellow. But let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is as far down as it could possibly go. Those must all be yellow, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blue can never go further than this, because if it did, this digit would need to be higher than 8. So those are all yellow. This is now blue because it has to be, because I can't have a 2 by 2. And now I'm trying to lock the border down. This can't be an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the most it can see. This is a 4 or a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the most it can see. Those are all blue because the most it can get to is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8 because it's already sees 7. There's no 8 in any of these. This is now yellow. This can't see 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the most this can see. And that's a 4, 5 pair. There must be a 6 in one of those two. Can this see 6? If this is a 6, this is a 3, because it'd see all of those. But it can't see all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is as far as that can go. So this is yellow, which means this sees more than 3. That's the 5. This is a 2, 3 pair. This needs to see 5, meaning that's yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is blue. This now sees 5. This sees 4, and that's a 6. That's beautiful. Oh, quadruple logic. I completely forgot to look at the quadruple logic. I can put some digits in here and have been able to from the start, because I need to put 2 5s around here. The 5s can't be in the same row or the same column, so they're either in those 2 cells or those 2 cells. But I can't put 5 in those 2 cells because there has to be, the 5 in this box had to be around the quadruple. Those have been 5s. This is an 8, 9, and this quadruple made that. And I could have written those 4 digits in right at the start. But guess who didn't do that? It was me. It was me. I didn't do that. Actually, let's put all these in. 3, 4, 6, 8. There's no 4 or 8 there because the 4 and the 8 is around the quadruple. There's no 8 there, so this is actually an 8. And there's a 4 in one of those two. 1, 3, 8, 9. There's no 8 or 9 there. This is a 1 or a 3. There's no 8 in those. That's an 8. These are 4, 6, 8. Those aren't caged, so I don't know what's happening there. And these are 2, 4, 6, 8. There's no 2 there. There's no 8 there or there. This is an 8. These are 2, 4, and 6. And that's kind of the quadruples done. So the quadruples are not really the point of the puzzle, are they? Okay. Sip of water. What comes next? Like, these are 4, 5, 6, and 8. That is a 4, 5, 6, 8 quadruple. So out of those, I know the 6 must be over here, and this isn't a 6. Oh, the 4 is looking down saying no 4 there. The 5 is looking down making that the 4, which takes 4 out of those. This is the 4. This is a 6, 8 pair, which looks back making that the 5. And this is a 1, 8 pair, with the 8 looking down making that the 1 and that the 8. Don't forget your Sudoku, BremSter. What's to bet I forget my Sudoku, BremSter? Oh, I can do some Sudoku in this box. 1 can't be there, and I can't put 1 in a cage. 1 is in one of those two. So what can this be? 2, 3, or 7? Where's 1 in here? Can't be in a cage, can't be there. So 1 is in one of those two. Okay. What is the yin-yang trick I am missing? Because there will be one. I'm not seeing anything with checkerboarding. Like this could be blue, this could be yellow. This is a 2 or a 3. If this is a 2, we'd have blue and then yellow would have to go here and blue would have to turn a corner. If blue went down, then those would be yellow and blue would have to turn a corner. But I think I can do that. Is it this 5? Like with this 5, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this would be yellow and then this would have to go all the way up and that might cause some problems. But I've got some room to go up. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, no, I don't. Ooh, no, I don't. This can't go up too far. So it can't see right or down. So it can only go up or left, but it can only go 1, 2, 3 up. Because if I take it 4 up, so if I made this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be a 2 by 2 in blue. So the maximum I can see in the column is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 5th cell has to come from there, and that must be blue. I don't know what that's doing though. But I might be able to repeat the trick here. Well, I can't repeat the trick here because I don't have any blue in the column, but I might be able to repeat it here because this can't go right or up. It can only go left or down. So how far can it go in this direction? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't take this cell as well, or this would be a 2 by 2 in yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of those must be yellow because if I take the maximum distance here, I still need 2 more cells. Now I might go down further than this, but how far down can I go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't go all the way down because if I went all the way down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if this was blue, all of those would need to be yellow and I'd have a 2 by 2. So this is yellow. This is now blue. This can't be a 2 anymore because it already sees 3. But that could be blue, that could be a 3, and the 6 could go in that direction as far as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That could work. But if this is a 7, this can't be a 7. If it's a 7, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This sees a maximum of 6. This is a 3. It sees it's 3. That is a blue. But this needs to see 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are yellow. I have a 2 by 2 problem. That is blue. Okay. Now this needs to see 5, this needs to see 8. 8 is a lot, but I can do it in all directions, so I'm not sure what that's going to do. Like I could easily go 1, 2, 3, 4. Like even if it was blue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 8 could pick up 1, 2, 3 or 4 to get it. That might work, sort of thing. There's a lot of freedom for ways that this could potentially be filled. Now, if this is blue, there's the 3 and this becomes yellow, and then the blue would have to come down somewhere, but that could work. I could see 4 and 4 can't be in either of those. So 4 is in one of those two. Okay, there's probably a yin-yang trick here, possibly with... Like this area is a little bit built up. Like this can't be a 1. If it's 2, it's yellow. I don't know. Like this could be blue or yellow. That's not breaking checkerboarding. That could be blue or yellow. Like I need to get 5 in here, but it's possible that it's just those 5 and that's yellow. Or it's possible it goes further in this direction. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There must be a yellow in here somewhere. Possibly there, but there's a yellow in this band somewhere. Well, hang on. This can't be an 8. Oh, no, it could be. Because the 8 could do something like that. Although it can't connect all the way up to here. So maximum to here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. The 8 can't go all the way to here. Because the maximum it could get in this row is to here. Because if it went all the way, this 5 would see all of those and this would need to be larger. So if this is yellow, the maximum this could get, even if it's a 6, is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those must be blue. Even if this is a 6. Because otherwise, if these weren't, I'd need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 5 is broken. Even with this being a yellow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 5 is broken. But it can't, there must be a yellow in here and there must be a yellow in here. Because if I go too far up, this 2 or 3 is broken. So hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doesn't work. I can't do even 6 going up because that breaks the 2 or 3. So this is blue. And furthest I can go is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do that though. If this is yellow and I put a 3 in this direction, this could be a 6 and that could be yellow. And then the 5 could go all the way up, or because it doesn't have to go this way. I could go, well, I can't make both of those yellow, but I could go yellow, blue, yellow, for example, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could work. This is the problem with yin. Oh, hang on. This is now yellow because of the 2 by 2 rule. What can this be? It can't be 1. It could be 2. It could be 3. It can't be 4. It can't be 5. It can't be 6. It's 2, 3, or 7. And it can't be 7 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would break the 5. 7 means it's all of those 7, but then the 5 sees 7. So this isn't a 7. It's only a 2 or a 3. Which means this can't go any further than that. But it actually doesn't tell me about... I don't think that tells me anything. Because if this is yellow, this is a 2. If this is yellow, this is a... If this is blue and this is yellow, this is a 3. I just know one of those 2 is yellow. And they're both not. So one of these is yellow and one of these is blue. So this is a blue-yellow pair is all I've learned from that. Okay. If this is blue, this is blue. If this is yellow... Oh, wait a minute. If this is blue, these are the same color. If this is blue... Oh, no, that could be yellow. That's not true. I thought I saw a checkerboard thing going on here, but no. Can this be a 9? I think 9 on the border was really restricted, but 9 in the middle of the grid is very possible. What are these digits? 1, 2, and 7. There's no 1 there. But they're not in cages, so they're not telling me much. I do have a fair bit of restriction here. Like, if this is blue, yellow is coming out this way. If it's yellow, then blue is coming out here. This is where anyone who's experienced with yin yang is laughing at me. It's got its 4, it's got its 8, it's got its 5, it's got its 6, it's got its 3. This can't be 1. If it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, it can't be 5, it could be 6 or 7. That's not helping. Eight is in one of those two by Sudoku. That's not helping either. If this is blue, I don't know what that does. If this is blue, this is blue. Because if this is blue, I can't have a checkerboard. So if this is blue, this becomes blue to avoid a checkerboard. If this is yellow, I don't learn, well, this becomes blue. Because blue has to get out, and that doesn't teach me anything either. I know that this is a blue-yellow pair, but I don't see why the 5 couldn't do that and that be a yellow. Is it up here? Like, thing is, this could be yellow and then blue could come all the way up here. If this is blue, this is yellow, then this has to be blue. Then this has to be blue to avoid a checkerboard. Then this would have to be yellow. And then that would have to be yellow to avoid a checkerboard. So if this is blue, we get this. So if this is blue, this is yellow. If this is yellow, I don't know anything. Where's the pressure point here? If this is blue, oh, there's got to be something. There's a yin-yang trick here that I just don't understand. If this is yellow, this becomes blue and has to see 5 blue. But I don't want to do that much casing. Like, is it solve the whole grid by color and then see what's possible? I'm hoping not. Maybe it's this. If this is an 8, the maximum we could do, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that doesn't, this can't be an 8. If this is an 8, because there must be a yellow up here, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this would see 4. This is a 6, this is an 8. Which means this isn't an 8, this is an 8. Does that tell me anything? I don't see how that's helping me with the coloring. Okay, this is me back after a bit of a break. I've edited because a couple of things happened. The first one is I did have to stop recording, but I've actually edited out like 20 minutes that you're not going to see, because after the point where I stopped, I really didn't discover much. I found a couple of very minor things, but in 20 minutes, I really didn't find anything. And I was very, very stuck on this puzzle because I'm not familiar with yin yang, and I didn't realize what it was I was missing. There was a couple of things I didn't find, and I eventually found, while I was going away and I was doing some stuff, and then I came back and looked at it for a couple of minutes, and I went away and I thought about it, and I came back and looked at it for a few minutes, and then I found a deduction that I think is going to cause this to come open, or at least I found a deduction, and I think that that's going to have ramifications. And I didn't look too far into it, because what I then did is I went for a walk, and I've been gone for about 45 minutes since I found it, and I'm coming back so I can explore that deduction in depth on camera. So it's like, ooh, that's something, stop looking. And then I went away so I can clear my head and calm down a little from other stuff that's been going on. And now you're hopefully going to see sort of a solve where I'm here to present the puzzle well, not to just show you my frustration. So, what did I find? Now, I did find a couple of things. Now, the first one I found was one in this row. I can't put one in a cage, so one in this row is over in one of these, and I wasn't sure if that was going to have an impact, and I investigated that a little bit, and I don't think it does. But the big thing I found is there is definitely something going on with blue in this row, because if this is blue, so if this digit here is blue, I think this has to be blue. If this digit here is blue, then this must be blue, because the only way I could get to 5 for this, I couldn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because, so if this was yellow, I'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 5 would become a 6. So if this is blue, and that's forced. Okay, so if this is blue, that becomes blue in order for the 5 clue to work. Otherwise, the 5, to get 5, has to automatically pick up a 6 cell. So if this is blue, this is blue. If this is yellow, however, while I get my 5 here, if this is yellow, this has to be blue to avoid a 2 by 2. So if this is yellow, this is blue, but if this is blue, this is blue. So either way, that is blue. Now, I don't know which one this is, but this is blue either way. Now, that means this is yellow, because I can't make this blue now, because if this was blue, then this cell would see 4 and it sees a maximum of 3. So this is yellow now, which means this sees only 2. So this is a 2. Now to get 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those are both blue. And now this has to be yellow, because otherwise if this was blue, this would see way more than the 2 or 3. So this is yellow. So this is now blue for this to get out, and this sees 3, which means this is the 2. There's no 2 over here. This is way further than I explored. I realized something was going on with this cell because of the way this was going to work. If this is yellow, this was blue. If this is blue, this is blue. And because of that, I knew that that was going to have a ramification. All of this I haven't looked into before. Okay. So we've got the 3, we've got the 6, we've got the 2. That's all locked in. I've now got no idea what I'm looking for. So one of these is blue, because this has to get out. Can I do, oh man. If this is blue, this is blue, because I can't go blue, yellow, or I'd end up with a checkerboard. So if this is blue, both of those are blue. If this is blue, that's yellow, and I don't know what that's doing. What's the bet I'm stuck again? Well, this still needs to see 5. If this is yellow, these are all blue. If this is blue, that's yellow, and that's blue. And if that's yellow, that's blue, because this blue needs to get out. That is another thing I realized. I don't know if that was before or after I ended the video, but this needs to get out. So one of those two is blue. If this is blue, that's yellow, and that's blue. So if this is blue, no, that's not true. These could both be blue. But if this is yellow, that's blue. This is blue. That would be yellow. Well, hang on. 1, 2. This has now got a maximum of 1, 2, 3, 4. So this must be blue. Because if this was yellow, the 5 would only see 4. This now must be blue because I can't go any further. So this is now yellow. And it sees 3 or 6. But I can't use the trick of can it be 3 or 6 because I can't use the trick of can it be 3 or 6 because like if it's 6 it's restricted, but I can't use that because it could be 3. Is there a restriction on this cell? Because if this is yellow, I don't think so. If this is yellow, this is blue. Because if this is yellow, this blue has to get out. If this is blue, I don't know anything. If this is yellow, I don't know anything. If it's blue, I know one of those is blue, but I already know one of those is blue. Is it this cell? If this is blue, I don't know anything. If this is yellow, this is yellow. And then blue goes there. But if this is blue, what do I know? I don't think I know anything. I mean, this has to get out, but it's either going to go out this way or this way. One of those is yellow. Well, what could this be? It can't be 1. It can't be 2. It could be 3. It can't be 4, 5, 6. It's 3, 7, or 9. Can it be 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All of those would be blue. Can all of those be blue? Well, this row is 1, 3, 7, 9. I can't put 1 in here. I can't put 1 in here. This is 3, 7, or 9. But what is that doing? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this is a 7 or a 9, this becomes blue and this becomes yellow. If it's 3, however, this becomes yellow. And then that becomes yellow, and both of those would be yellow, and all of those would be blue. So all of those would be yellow, all of those would be blue. So if this is a 3, because it can't grow this way, those would all be yellow, and these would all be blue. Is there a problem with that? This would be blue. One of those would, well, this would be blue, and this would be yellow. And then this would be yellow, and we're fine. Oh, except this can't see 3 now. So if this is a 3, this has to be yellow. Because I can't make it see, because it, right, if this is a 3, I can't go down, and I couldn't go this way because then it would pick up 4. So it'd have to be 3 blue here, and this would have to be yellow. This would have to be yellow. But now the 5 has to grow to here. Now, to avoid a checkerboard, this becomes yellow. This now becomes yellow in order for this 3 or 6 to work. This becomes blue. Hang on. This is working this time. This becomes blue. This becomes blue to avoid a checkerboard, and this is working this time. So I did something wrong last time. Because this could be 3 and this could be 4. So this is now working. Ah, blast! Oh, not again. Oh, there's no 1 here. I've already had that. So this could be any of them. This was rated easy. I don't understand how this is easy. If this is a 2, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what color it is. So it could possibly be a 2 yellow and all of those be blue. And like if blue is doing that and these are yellow, that looks fine. I mean, maybe it's not, but I'm casing most of a puzzle in order to check that. And that just seems... I know one of these two has to be blue. One of those two has to be yellow. This has to grow in one direction or another. But how do I know which? This is only 1 or 7. It can't be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, or 9. This is only 1 or 7. So 5 is in one of those two. Yeah, okay. Oh, man, I thought that would unlock it. If this is a 7 or a 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, hang on. If this is a 3, either way, those are all blue. Because if this is a 3, this has to be yellow and the 3 has to go up. And if this is a 7 or a 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, this has to go up at least 4. So either way, those are all blue. Those are always all blue. What does that do? This is yellow. Sorry, since I got this is yellow. These can't both be blue now. If this is yellow, this is blue, and this would see a maximum of 4. This can't be a 6. And if this is blue, this is yellow. These are different colors. Oh, no, they could both be yellow. And then it could potentially see more. One of those is blue. This can't be a 6 anymore. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maximum. This is a 3. So there's no 3 here or here. This is a 4, 6 pair because of the quadruple. The 3 means this is the 1, this is the 7. These are 1, 2, 3, and 5. And the 3 means this is the 5 and this is the 3. Looking up saying this isn't the 3 and neither of those are a 1. So this is 9 and 3. This only sees 3 by Sudoku. There's no 3 here. I hate it when I double tap like that. There's no 3 here. 4 is in one of those two. 1, 2, 4, 6, 9. So this is 2 or 9 because it can't be 4 or 6. There's no 3 here. 6 is in one of those two? That's a 4-6 pair. The 3 takes 3 out of there. Now, this is seeing 3 yellow. If this is blue, this is yellow. If this is yellow, this is blue. I've still got that, and one of those two has to be blue. There's probably a simple thing here, but I don't see it. Like, this has to see 8 of the same color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't those all have to be the same color? Because if these weren't all the same color, I don't know what color they are, but if they weren't all the same color, how would this get to 8? Like, if even this was a different color, the maximum would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not true, because I can pick up one of those. And one of those. Actually, I don't know anything. Because I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Damn! I don't know anything. Four in this column is right there. I wonder how long that's been there. Probably, yeah, that's been there forever. No, it's only since I got this 3-8, which I think is recent. So this has to see 4 of the same color. Can I do anything with that? So can this be blue now? If it's blue, that or that is blue. Because I couldn't put blue here because then it would see 5. So one of those two would be blue. But I could easily put blue here, couldn't I? Like blue, blue. Which would make, if this is blue and this was blue, this could be yellow. This would become blue. This would become yellow. The yellow would have to get out. The yellow would have to get out. This would be yellow and this is isolated. So this blue is isolated. So if this is blue, this has to be blue and these are both yellow. This is yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be yellow. This would be a 3. This would be yellow because I can't have a checkerboard. This would be blue. Now this is all about this being, if this is blue and this is blue. This is blue and I'm not broken. I hate casing like this, but I don't know what else to do. If this is yellow, I don't see what that does. Oh man, I thought this deduction down here would do it, but it hasn't done a thing. Or I just don't understand. I don't understand. Because I'm not seeing any checkerboard issues. I'm not seeing any 2x2 issues apart from one of those has to be blue. One of those has to be yellow. One of those has to be blue. This sees 3 of the same color. So it can't be yellow. That's blue because it sees 3 of the same color. And if it was yellow, it'd already see 4. So that's blue and it already sees 2. So this is now yellow because if it was blue, I'd see 4. Okay. Now, if this is blue, those become yellow. what can I do with this? Like, could those all be yellow and that be blue? Because I'm only seeing 3. But it could be 1, 2, 3 and that be blue. Or it could be 1, 2, 3 and that be blue. And those both be blue. And I mean, if these are all yellow and these are blue, this becomes yellow. And again, I don't see a problem here. This would be yellow. And that doesn't see 4. Okay. So if this goes up, right, here's the problem. Man, this doesn't feel like looking for logic. It feels like casing. If this goes up, those are the 3. But it doesn't prove anything. It just proves that it doesn't go up. But if those are the 3, then that's blue and that's blue. And this now has to be yellow. And this now has to be blue. And that's broken. Like this can't be either blue to make a 2x2 or yellow. All right, that might be what I could do. Might be here. If this is blue, yeah, if this was blue, this can't be either blue. If this was blue, I can't make this yellow or I'd have a checkerboard, or blue or I'd have a 2x2. So this is always yellow. There's the deduction. I'm not good at this. But that's now seeing 2 and needs to grow. So this is yellow and that must be blue. And the blue must be there and then stop, because I can't go up or to pick up an extra 1. I've already got all the ones in this direction and I can't go down. So this is blue and both of those are yellow. And it still hasn't resolved this 5. But now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't get to 7 or 9. This is a 3. There's no 3 here, and that's all 3. So this is yellow, and now I've resolved the 5. This can't be a 2x2. This is blue. This has seen all of its 3. This is yellow. I can't have a checkerboard. This is yellow. This is already seeing 4, but it could get as high as 6 maybe? I'm really sorry, everyone. This is yet another puzzle outside of my comfort zone where I've ruined it for everyone. But what can this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, minimum 5, but it can't be 5. So this is 6, 7, or 9. But it's only seeing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it needs to see at least one more cell. It sees 1, 2, 3. So this already sees 5, but it can't be 5. So it has to be higher than 5. But I can't go this way. I've got all of them in that direction. So this must be blue. And if this is blue, this is now seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This has to be a 6. So this has to be blue. This is seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is yellow. This is seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a 7. This is seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5. The 6 comes out of here. This needs to see 8. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are all blue to make the 8 work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of these is blue, one of these is yellow. Is this all working so far? The yellow is all connected and the blue is all connected as soon as one of these connects up. But I could go yellow and blue here and that would be fine, or blue and yellow here. But if this is a blue, I don't think this can be the blue. Because if this is the blue would do this and this would be yellow and this would see 3 cells. Yeah, if this was the blue, in order to avoid it, this would be yellow and this would only see 3 cells. And I can't put a 3 in there because of that. So this is the blue, this is the yellow, and this only sees 2. So this is the 2, this is the 4, this is the 6. The 2 looks across, making that the 7, meaning this is the 1 and this is the 2. This sees 4 yellow cells, so that's a 4, meaning this isn't the 4, this is the 4. I've done the yin-yang. This isn't the 4, this is the 4, which I could have got by the fact that that sees 4 yellow cells. Have I done all the cages now? Looks like I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 6. These are 1 and 6, and the 6 is looking up, making that the 1 and that the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 7. So this triple, 1, 2, 3, 6, and 9. The 3 is not in either of those two. That's the 3. Don't know how to resolve the 6, 9. 1, 7, and 8 go in. The 7, 8 looks up, making that the 1. The 1 looks down, saying this isn't the 1, this is the 1. And the 8 looks, this 8 looks up, making that the 7 and that the 8. I'm so sorry, everyone. 1, 2, and 4 haven't gone in, and the 4 can't go there. So that's the 2, that's the 4. What's this? It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 5. So these are 1, 3, and 7. There's no 3 there. There's no 7 there. Okay, these are 1, 2, and 9. That's a 9 because there's already a 1, 2 in the column, so I can take the 9s out of those. The 9 looks like making that the 6 and that the 9. The 1, 2. The 2 makes this the 1 and this the 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 7, and the 7 looks across, making that the 6 and that the 7, which makes this the 9 and this the 7. This column, row, is 2, 9. The 6 is looking across, saying that's not the 6. This is the 6, and these are 2 and 9. Don't know how to resolve those yet. These, 1, 2, and 5. The 5 is looking down, making that the 2 and that the 5. So it is in here. The 1 says there's no 1 here. So what am I missing in this row? 3, 7, 9. So there's a 9 in one of those two. 3, 7, 9. The 7 comes out of there. The 3 comes out of there. Okay, what about this row? 1, 3, 6. So we're 6 in this row. It must be there, and this is 1 or 3, and the 3 is looking down, making this the 1, this the 3, making that the 7 and that the 1. The 7 looks across, making this the 9, this the 3. The 9 looks down, making that the 2 and that the 9. In this box, I haven't put 2 and 7. The 2 makes that the 7 and that the 2. And that is the correct solution to the puzzle. Now, I didn't spend all 124 minutes on this puzzle, and I didn't spend all 124 minutes on this tab. I started, it is, I'm not going to say what time it is, but I started recording this puzzle about 5 hours ago. I really struggled with that one. Really struggled with that one. The yin-yang logic down here, I did not see for the longest time how this 5 meant that this had to be blue, because I couldn't make, like, if this was yellow, this had to be blue because of the 2 by 2. If this was blue, this had to be blue. Otherwise I'd have too many blues in here. That really broke me. It took forever to see that. And once this was blue, I still got stuck with some stuff up here. I don't think, wow, this, again, this is a 3-star puzzle on LMD, and LMD has a lot of puzzles that, like, I've created puzzles which used the logic of a German whisper line that doesn't have a 1 or a 9 on it is quite restricted. And that was a 3-star puzzle, like 2.5 years ago or 3 years ago. How is this the same difficulty as that deduction? I don't understand. I do not understand where these difficulties are coming from. I'm really sorry, everyone. I'm going to post the video because I think the puzzle is really, really clever, but I don't know what to do now. This is the average, this is the sort of puzzle that's being submitted to me right now. So, and though Blobz did turn around and say, like, this was the one from this set that I should do, but I don't know what to do. Like he said that if you understand the concept of checkerboarding and 2x2s, this one is easy. And I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know what to do because I know many of my viewers don't really enjoy this sort of puzzle. But this is basically all that's being created right now that isn't paid content. Unless I don't know what to do. Thank you everyone for watching. I really liked the puzzle. I really did. And it's the sort of puzzle that I enjoy, like stepping away from and then coming back. But that doesn't make good video content. I'm sure people will leave comments below about what they think of what I did, where it's like, okay, stepping away and I'll edit back in to the point where I was stuck once I found something, and then I'll explore that something on camera. Let me know what you think. Thanks everyone for watching. And as always, good luck with your solving.